Hello and welcome back to Would You Rather? I'm davidinark, and we take out some time to answer some of life's most difficult and pressing questions like this one. Would you rather lose your mind or lose your significant other? And the subtitle down at the bottom off screen says, either way, it's permanent. Here's the thing about this. I think they tie pretty well close together. If I lose my mind, I've pretty much lost my significant other anyway, in terms of I would have no idea. So to me, that person would end up being lost because I would have lost my mind. Whether that's, it doesn't say whether it's, insanity or if it's dementia, whatever it is. Obviously, I would no longer even know who the significant other was. So it doesn't matter. They are lost to me. The other side of that is, if I lost my significant other, right? If my wife dies before I do, there's probably a chance that I would lose my mind over that. That may sound pretty dramatic, and maybe it is being a little over dramatic. But then again, you never know. You never know until you're in a particular situation how you're going to react, what's going to happen to you. People lose their minds over all kinds of different things that happen. And there have been plenty of folks that when they've lost their significant other, it absolutely broke their mind. So in terms of would you rather, if I lose my mind, my significant other, my wife, still knows who I am, and she might lose her mind because I lost mine, if that makes any sense. Like, because I wouldn't know who she was. I mean, that could break a person as well. So would I want to lose my mind and put her through all of that, or would I rather something happen to her with the possibility of me losing my mind over that? That's a tough one. That's a 50-50 in my brain. But I tell you what, I'm going to go with, I would rather lose my mind than lose my wife. And I'm really sorry, honey, if you ever watch this, that you would have to go through that. But I'd much rather you still be alive and me lose my mind than to lose you. So I would rather lose my mind. And there you go. Almost a 50-50 split. A little more would rather lose their own mind than losing their significant other. So I feel very good about my choice. Actually, I felt good about my choice no matter what anybody else said. So there you go. All right. So once again, life's pressing questions. Would you rather burp confetti or fart glitter? Okay. I have to be perfectly honest with you. Well, okay. I think farting glitter would be like epic. That would be awesome. Except 99% of the time when that happens, you're wearing clothes. So basically you're going to have, drawers full of glitter. Your underwear is just going to be full of glitter. That does no one any good whatsoever. Burping confetti, whenever you burp, confetti flies out. Dude, you'd be the hit of the party. Well, for a while, and then eventually, people get sick of you. But between the two of them, for the outward effect alone, I would much rather burp confetti. I wish I could burp glitter, because that would be great. Could you imagine? Because glitter is so hard to get out. Once glitter gets into stuff, it's always on everything, over anything and everything. Especially when my daughter was younger and she was real big into crafting with stuff. She's very artistic, very creative. And so now she does a lot of drawing and painting. But when she was much younger, she would do, glitter projects, and there would be glitter everywhere. So burping glitter, ideal. Short of that, I'll burp confetti. Works for me. All right. Again, almost a 50-50 split. We get 56% burping confetti. I'm with you, folks. I'm with you. We're on the same page, at least so far. Okay, well, What is up with the questions tonight? Really? Oh, would you rather bathe in vomit or bathe in worms? I'm going to go with worms, period. Why? Why is this even a thing? And I'll the little sub thing. The title of this is Bed, Bath, and Beyond. That's hilarious. No, worms, who cares? They're worms. I mean, yeah, they're going to wriggle and everything. There's no freaking way I want to bathe in vomit. No, I'm going with worms. There you go. Look at there. Yeah. Most of us are going, yeah, I'll take worms over vomit anytime. In fact, I would guess there are many, many things people would pick over vomit regardless. Now, there could be other things that would make it a little harder decision. Let's just hope we don't run into those tonight. All right, let's see what else we got here. Would you rather cut off your right hand? Whoosh. Now, this is probably backwards to you, but this is my right hand. Or cut off your left hand? Oh, boy. I am right-handed, so if I had to lose a hand, I would have to pick my left hand because I am right-handed. I don't know how. Obviously, yes, I could function if I lost my right hand and I had to learn how to do everything left-handed. But if I'm given a choice, I'm going to go with my left hand because I am right-handed. So this is an interesting thing here. 84% of people would also want to cut off their left hand. So does that mean that 84% of the people who responded to this are right-handed, so therefore they're okay with losing their left? I don't know. Something definitely to consider. Just going to throw that out there. All right. Oh, wow. Would you rather always disappoint people or always anger people? Oh my gosh. I have to tell you, I have a very strong guilt complex. I feel like I am always disappointing people. And it's not I don't know how to say that any other way other than it's not like they express that and say, "Oh, I'm so disappointed in you." It's that what I do doesn't meet my own expectations, so I have disappointed myself, and therefore I automatically assume I have disappointed other people. So that and always is, always and never, the extremes, which that's what Would You Rather is all about. I don't always feel like I disappoint people, okay? I just feel like that's a pretty normal way of my existence. Always angering people, as far as I'm aware, I've only angered people a few times in my life. Well, there was a stint, there was a period of a couple of years where I was pretty much ticking off everybody because I was off of my rocker for a while, and not necessarily. I didn't actually lose my mind, although I guess some people would argue I did. But I went through a very rough time, and I really made a lot of people mad. But that was one particular set of circumstances in my life in general. So where I'm going with that is saying that for the most part, at least so far as I'm aware, I don't make people angry. So if I had to pick between which one would I rather always have to live with, I think I would always rather disappoint people. And I'll tell you why. Because if you always anger people, eventually you're going to run out of people who are going to care about you, I think. Now, granted, if you always disappoint people, I think if you always disappointed people, you would get to a point where they may not trust you, they may not rely on you, they might not even necessarily like you, but I think that you would still find those people who would try to encourage you, who would try to work with you, even if you were disappointing them. I don't know. I'm going to go with disappoint people. Okay, so this time I did not go with the majority. 61% of folks would rather anger people than disappoint them, which I can totally understand that. The feeling that you are disappointing people is very, if you are affected by that, it's very powerful. Thinking that you are disappointing people by what you're doing, what you're saying, can internally really, really be difficult. I mean, it can really rip you apart. So I can see this. So this is actually a tough one. Wow. Kudos to the creator there, Zach Dunn. Kudos to you. Okay. Would you rather return a punt in an NFL game or spend 90 seconds in the ring with Mike Tyson in his prime? You cannot call a fair catch, and you cannot run from Tyson, or he will bite both of your ears. So the big question is, how much am I getting paid to do either one of these? That's the question. And that's all it comes down to. So if I'm getting paid, let's just say for the sake of argument, I'm getting paid $1 million to do either one of these. I would much rather attempt to return a punt in an NFL game than spend 90 seconds in the ring with Mike Tyson, frankly, or any other boxer. 90 seconds may seem like a very short period of time. You know, you're talking about a minute and a half. I've seen boxing. I've seen what can be done in a minute and a half. I wouldn't be alive to even spend the $1 million for getting in the ring. NFL game, you know, I'm going to take some hits. I'm going to go down. I may get hurt, but there's a good chance that I'll, you know, walk away from the situation with my $1 million. So I'm going to return a punt in an NFL game. Yeah, there you go. So it turns out most people agree. So there you go. Return a punt in an NFL game. All right. Would you rather be wanted or be needed? And I'm pretty sure we've covered this in an earlier episode is what I'm trying to say. I think I would. So let's discuss the subtle difference between being wanted versus being needed. Being needed means that for whatever purposes, the other person, and I'm assuming this is like a relationship thing, that means that the other person is relying on you. Is relying on you to provide whatever it is they need provided, but they don't necessarily want you, and they don't necessarily love you. They need you for a purpose, right? If you are wanted, though, then that means that that person is choosing to spend their time, their life, their energy with you because they want to be with you, because they want you specifically. Out of all the billions of people in the world, they want to spend their time with you. You are wanted. You can be wanted and not be needed, right? So someone can want to be with you and want to spend time with you and want you, but they don't need you for their daily survival. They don't need to have you in their lives. That, from my perspective, is the healthiest type of relationship. Being needed, I need you in my life, you have to be in my life, I need you for XYZ, I need you because you bring home the paycheck that pays the bills, I need you because, you know, you do whatever. I mean, it's whatever it is. Needed means that you are fulfilling a particular role. That person might not even want you, that person might not even like you, but for whatever purpose you are serving in their life, they need you. Now, here's the thing about being needed. They could need whatever it is fulfilled. you aren't necessarily the one that has to be there to do that. So if they decide one day that they don't need you to do this, then they can go find someone else to do whatever it is to fulfill that particular void or need in their life. If you are wanted, yes, I totally understand that sometimes a person wants another person, and then for whatever reason things change and that person no longer wants that person. They don't want to be with that person. They don't want that person in their life. That is that's unfortunate, but that is something that that again is a much healthier approach. It hurts. It absolutely hurts. And it hurts to have someone tell you that, they don't want you anymore. But the hope is that someone else will come along who wants you, if that's what you even want yourself, right? Relationships are it takes two to be in a relationship. So if you want to be with someone and that person doesn't want to be with you, you are wasting your time unless you feel like there is a possibility that you can grow into a stronger relationship. And I know this is not a relationship channel. I know, but I'm just saying. Again, for the purposes of a healthy relationship, being wanted is much healthier than being needed. So just take that for what it's worth. All right. And I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nothing. I'm an old man who's been around, and I have been wanted. I have been needed. I have needed someone, and I have wanted someone. And there's a huge difference between those. I would rather be wanted. There you go. Amazingly, most people would rather be needed. And I guess that's not really amazing. I will tell you, because being needed gives a lot of people a sense of purpose. It gives people a feeling of being wanted, and that's the dangerous part. But I can see where a lot of people would want to be needed. I'm just telling you, from a healthy relationship perspective, be wanted, not needed. All right, there you go. Okay, so would you rather be a heavy smoker or a heavy drinker? We've sort of talked about this on the channel before. I can't remember if I've expressly discussed it or if I've just kind of danced around the subject sometimes. But I used to be a heavy drinker. I used to be a very heavy drinker. There's no other word in the English language for it other than I used to be an alcoholic. And I've been down that road. I would never want to go down that road again. So between the two of these, only because I've already been down the heavy drinker road and will never go down that road again, I am choosing that I would rather be a heavy smoker. I'm trying to think. What's it been? I know when I stopped. I can't do the math. Okay, so I just, for the sake of my own sanity, I need to see when this was. So let me see. So 28 years. So I've been sober for 28 years. So there you go. Okay. And most people would rather be a heavy drinker, and I totally understand why that is the popular choice, just not the choice for me. All right. All right, this is going to be the last question of the night. Would you rather always have fingernails 5 inches or longer, or have a snorkel on your face permanently? These aren't even related. This is the kind of thing that I love in Would You Rather. I like to see two completely unrelated things thrown up there because it makes you go, what? So what I like to always have fingernails that are 5 inches or longer. Oh my goodness. Or have a snorkel that's on my face permanently. Wow. I'm going to have to go with the fingernails, I think. I mean, 5 inches is pretty long. I just happen to have a tape measure here. Don't ask. I got weird stuff around my desk. Oh, I don't know. 5 inches. I mean, let's see. Let's see if I can. I know it's going to be upside down, but I mean, you're talking, that's 5 inches right there. Dude, that is long freaking fingernails. Oh my gosh. I mean, look at that. That right there being 5 inches. Okay, so, and I hope that was on camera. I have no idea what you can see and can't see. I'll tell you what, I'm going to hold this up here just in case. So there you go. 5 inches all the way out to here from my fingernail. No. All right. Or have a snorkel permanently on my face. I mean, that would be, how would you even talk? I don't even know how you would talk, but I mean, yeah, it would look weird. It would be hard putting on clothes. It would be, you know what though? I'm going with the fingernails. I have no reason. Seriously, this is so bizarre. Other than I don't want to snorkel on my face permanently. I don't see how you could function that way. I'm going to go with fingernails. No idea. All right, so majority of people also going with fingernails. I don't know, man. There you go. So what are your thoughts about the different topics that we've covered here on Would You Rather this time? Let me know down in the comment section below. You got any other questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comment section below. And if you have a suggestion for Would You Rather, down in the description, I've got a link to my Discord channel. Feel free to join the Discord channel, and there is a Would You Rather section. And I'm building a list of Would You Rathers, and we will do a Would You Rather special once I have enough to go through. So feel free to contribute to that. Awesome stuff. I don't know. I can't remember where I am. So I'll tell you what, we'll see you next time on Would You Rather. What is happening? What is going on? I have no idea.